This episode is brought to you by Layers Magazine, the how-to magazine for everything Adobe. Check it out at layersmagazine.com.
Here's a neat tip about a setting called global lighting, and this is pretty much any version of Photoshop that has a layer style. So this dates back to Photoshop 6. And what global lighting does is it's easier for me to just show you. I'm going to double click on this layer and I'm going to add a drop shadow. And I'm going to add a kind of a really blatant drop shadow here just so we can kind of see this a little bit more clearly. Okay, normally I wouldn't make it so harsh. I'm going to click OK, and you're going to get two tips in one because I'm going to Option or Alt drag this little drop shadow icon straight down to the layer below it, and that copies it. So there's an extra tip for you. But now let's go back into this drop shadow here. Just double click on it. It opens up the dialog box. If I change one of them, all right, let me see if I can move this over so you can still see. If I change the angle from one, notice how they both change. That's because of the global light setting, this little checkbox right here. If I turn this off, now I can change the angle of one drop shadow. I can change everything about this one drop shadow, and the lighting, which is where this drop shadow is being cast, is not affecting the other layer style. Okay, so sometimes you want it to. Sometimes it's good that it always affects the global lighting. But if you don't want it to, just know that you can come over here and turn off the use global lighting setting, and then whatever drop shadows or whatever layer styles you're using that affect light will only affect the layer you're working on.